but let's find out. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to a glorious day here at Kensington Oval. Spring is finally in the air. We are expecting a top 17 and absolutely no chance of rain today. We're joining you early today because we are watching the ladies play. We are watching Burnside take on Brighton. Today is Ladies' Day at Burnside Rugby Club, and so we've decided that we'll show you a little bit of ladies rugby. There is some big news. First and foremost, if we have a look at the tables, if you go and have a look at the tables on Rugby Link, you'll see that Brighton, if they get a 5-point bonus win today, they will take out the minor premiership, which is very, very impressive considering at the beginning of the year, as a team, they didn't even exist. Burnside are cemented in third place. They will be third place regardless of what happens today, so they will play finals this year. Some big outs for Brighton. Eva Carpani is not available at all this weekend. She's interstate looking after her sister who's having a shoulder operation, and also Bree Nathan won't be here till half time. So having spoken to Wayne Vincent before, who's the coach of the Burnside side, having spoken to him before the game, I knew he had a plan to try and take out Eva Carpani. Seems like the rugby gods have sorted that plan out for him and taken her away for him. So Burnside will they'll look to jump out to an early lead and then hopefully be able to hold on to that when the dangerous player in Bree Nathan comes along. Obviously, we've seen Bree, who's played at a national level. She is capable of causing some major issues. Obviously, keep an eye out for the number 10 as well for Brighton, who is involved with the Roma Adelaide University Sevens. They have an internal trial tonight and will have a friendly game against Tasmania. That will be at Woodville at 8:30. Once you're finished with us today, if you go and get yourself down to Woodville at 8:30, watch some University Sevens, see the best of South Australian Sevens, see what we have to offer. Today we are looking forward to the girls' play. They're still warming up at the moment, so we might just step away for a little bit and then we'll have a chat with you. And I will bring in my co-commentator, who will be no other than Catherine Rocky Armfield, who will be with me today. We look forward to hearing her thoughts on today's game. So we'll take a very, very short break. Make sure you stay around with us on this stream on Rugby Union South Australia Facebook, powered by Space Quick Sports. Gives it, but I don't think he wants to or needs to, and he's over in that right-hand corner. Good offload from Easton, and there is space out here, but Waller just dummies everybody. That penalty, they now have the man advantage, but Danielson will come off the back and just put his head down, and off he goes, and Danielson goes over. So game is over, the referee has the control of the time, as he's got an inside ball, and Tawera goes over, and he makes it onto the posts. So again, we get to see the old Coles line out, and we're driving maul, which is starting to make a comeback in World Rugby, the old driving maul.
Can he make it through? There we go.
So there we go.
Sniping around the side. And
something into it as he just kicks ahead and he kicks over the back of that last defender. It's all about the bounce now, whether it'll hold up. It does, and Burnside can put him under pressure. Unfortunately, Herbert just popped out, and Meredith can work over into that left-hand corner. It's a good pressure from Burnside on that kick. His kick is only as good as the chase. They got there, and Meredith can score that. And we are back live with you, and I am joined in my commentary position by Catherine Rocky Armfield. We can call you Rocky throughout the day, is that okay?
That's fine, Dave.
Lovely to have you with us. It's spring's back.
Oh.
Spring is in the air, definitely.
You'd be looking for shorts and t-shirts, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, I've had a haircut today, so I don't mind it when the weather's good. But we have fought with some weather over the last couple of feeds, and today we don't have to deal with the wind and the rain, but we do have to deal with the sun, so we'll look forward to it. There's no real wind as far as to speak of, really. Should be great conditions for running rugby, and we were talking before we came on air as well how good the pitch looks at the moment.
Does everyone thinks their home ground is the best, but not biased at all. I think it's looking pretty sweet.
Other than the patch in the middle.
Yeah, well,
the patch in the middle, and I haven't had a chance to walk on it yet, but I've been told that it's not. We did have some rain last week, so it's not as hard as it normally is. And you haven't trained on it either. Nobody's trained on it over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we mark it off and avoid training on there as much as possible, just to keep it good for this week.
So we are waiting for the teams to take the field. I've had the referee the whistle from the referee. He's just wandering over, trying to shepherd them in, but they're not listening at the moment. We're looking forward to it. While we're waiting, obviously big talking point out of rugby union this week is the Western Force no more.
Correct. I haven't read much up on it, but very disappointing for anyone west of the eastern states.
Well, yeah, anybody west of Sydney seems to get a problem when it comes to rugby union.
Yeah.
If you have any comments on that, then have a chat with us. We'll talk to you about it, and obviously before we get into the rugby, but looking closer to here, Burnside are definitely going to be in third place at the end of today, and
Correct.
They will make finals.
Yes.
Brighton, there's a bit on the line for Brighton today. If they get the bonus point win, they'll take the minor premiership.
Yeah. Good confident booster for Burnside opportunity this week with so many girls, as you mentioned previously, being out for Brighton. So it should be a good display as long as the Burnside girls keep their head about them and just play their own game and be a good game.
Well, I had my team sheets and I think the wind's got them somehow. So I'm minus my team sheets at the moment. I did put them in my book.
Handy, Dave.
It would be handy.
Well organised.
And all sorts of problems. I mean, we'll be flying by wire. We'll be flying by the seat of our pants.
Let's say I take the Burnside girls and you take the Brighton ones then. Hey,
that's an offer. Early on in the day.
Well, hey, it is Ladies' Day, so you know.
Our referee today will be Steve Sanford, who's reffed a huge amount of women's rugby.
He has, yes.
I think he was into the hundreds.
Back in my early playing days, he was reffing.
Yeah, he's been around, and he certainly enjoys his champion of women's rugby. As just away to our right, the Burnside Bunnies make their way onto the field. You'll notice as well that they are wearing white socks today. It is Ladies' Day, and there's a number of things happening with regards to White Ribbon.
Correct.
The charity,
yes.
The anti-domestic violence charity. So.
So all the grades are playing in white socks. Senior grades are playing in white socks today.
And the men have shirts just for today.
They have a white jersey,
so we look forward to seeing. I'm a fan of the white jersey, being English.
They have the the boys have the option of buying their own jersey, or the remainder will go up for auction after the game. For silent auction all day, sorry Dave. And that closes at 4:15. So
and can people bid online for that? Is there any way that they can bid online for that?
I'm going to suggest no, Dave.
No?
Yeah, I don't think we're that organised. Sorry.
We could give out Wally Bell's number and people could ring them up and make
Wally loves giving it out, so definitely drop Wally a line and put a bid in for the silent auction.
So we are looking and about ready to go. It looks like we've got Marianne Longstaff is captaining the Brighton girls.
Yeah, and that's Laura Helbig for Burnside.
I do know is that Lauren, whose surname escapes me. Team sheets has completely disappeared.
Laura Helbig.
I know, but the number 9 for
Oh,
Brighton,
for Brighton.
who is a 400-metre runner. This is her first year playing rugby. She's 16, 400-metre runner. Runs the 400 in less than a minute.
I doubt I've ever run 400 metres in my life, Dave.
I don't think I could drive 400 metres in less than a minute. She's incredible pace. And then, of course, you've got Leah standing in at the 10.
I did hear Leah was out. Is she in? Is she? I heard a rumour she was out.
She is in, and then from here she'll go and play.
I see it now. Yep.
From here she'll then go and play in the Roma Sevens.
Yeah, it looks like Bree is starting off. Is it?
It is Bree. So Bree has made it before first half, so there is that danger there. But obviously Carpani is not a danger, and we are underway. Burnside will get first go at it. He's got his arm out for a knock on, I think, from Brighton. This is the first time we get to see Burnside with ball in hand. And they'll go into the middle straight away. Had a chat with Wayne Vincent before we started today, and he was saying that they'd put a plan together to try and deal with Miss Carpani, and rugby gods have done that, got rid of that. But there is a turnover now. And Brighton will have the ball. They'll look out to that right-hand side with Longstaff. She's stopped in her tracks, driven back a bit. Struggling to get to ground, so that will be a more, but they managed to get it out, and they're going to look to this left-hand side. Cut Nathan out. Little inside ball though, but that's gone forward. Nearly got away with it. I was say, last time we saw Brighton and Burnside play, it was a nighttime game at Brighton.
It was a good game. It started off slow, but caught back up. But hopefully we start better this game.
It has been a better start, and when we watched the last game, you did struggle with the big runners in Carpani and Nathan. So
yeah,
it's certainly
I think everyone struggles, but yeah, we definitely struggled.
So our first look at the scrum. And again, they'll go out to that left-hand side. Just drop it off inside.
Oh.
And there's a break, and she's off, and she's going to put her toe down. She'll make her way over the try. The chase there, she won't get her. She's just pulled her up, just short of that line. They're going to look to the left. Little pick and go. Now the ball is down, and there is the first try of the game to Burnside. So they have jumped out to that early lead, which is what they need to do.
They have. That was Lisa. Lisa scored that one. Lovely run there from Bronwyn Meredith. We call her Johnny.
I thought that was Bronwyn Meredith.
Yeah,
I thought that was Sean Meredith's sister.
Correct, yes.
Or Sean Meredith is her brother. Make it the right way around.
Yeah. We had a night up here the other week, and someone wrote on Sean's back, second best Meredith. There is 4 of them, so.
But that's what you want to see, and that's what Wayne Vincent will want to see. Like the starter move from the scrum worked. Yeah. Scrum the ball came out the back probably a little bit quicker than you would want, but the starter move worked, and off they went to the races.
Yeah, well, that's actually meant to be a crash ball, but if it's there.
Well, the scissors worked, and they go 5 points up, and they're going to attempt the conversion, and the flags go up. So there we go, 7 points to 0.
That's Rebecca Smith, known as Chippy.
Well, we talked about that last time as well. Where did she get Chippy from?
Smith's Chips.
There we go.
Some of the simplest nicknames are the best and stick the longest.
So a 7-point lead early on. And what I must say as well, while we wait for this kickoff, last time we did this, we talked about, because obviously we've got a couple of the Vincents playing. I think
yes. Only one today, I believe.
Is Beck on the bench?
No, Beck's playing number 2. Second row today.
And
I believe. And
Caprice was working in the. It was working in the canteen.
She still is. Day, so. I'm not quite sure what's the go there, but she's not.
Well, we talked about the collective noun for Vincent.
Oh yes.
And Wayne Vincent, the coach, actually came up with the best one: a golf of Vincent.
A golf. Not his favourite pastime at all.
Gulf. It's my accent.
Oh,
GUL
sorry.
outfit, as in the Gulf of Vincent.
Oh yeah, like I went,
Yes.
I went, game of. But yes.
It's my accent. So we get our first look at the lineup. Laura Helbig
Yes.
will be throwing in. And they'll go to the back. And they'll look to start them all.
Oh, fumble.
I think it's been stolen by Brighton. Oh, there's an interception for Meredith. And Meredith is now going to be tested with her pace as she's wasps they were swarming around, or tigers I should say.
Tigers, yeah.
Swarming around her. Support gets there, but I think they've got hands on and Brighton will turn that over. A little bit slow, but they've got it out and they were all a little bit static, but now they'll look to regather and restart. There are players out there on the right. Burnside well organised in defence, good line speed as well, and it's gone to Nathan, and Nathan will put it on the boot.
That's Leslie chasing.
And she started the counter-attack well. Good tackle over on that left-hand side. It's gone forward though. It's not coming out, so Brighton will have the put into the scrum. So see whether Burnside can do anything. It's a perfect start for them. Lovely interception from Meredith as we see the replay. Just didn't have the pace to get away, unfortunately. So Brighton do have threats around the scrum. A lot of pace around the scrum. The 9 looking blind is always going to be an issue, but it's come out and it's not come out the right channel, so they'll reset that one and Brighton will have another go. Scrum down and Burnside getting a little bit of a shove on. Halfback has to go digging, but Nathan will take it in midfield and then fire it out. Winger just overran her slightly, so she'll have to carry on and go down. Brighton have got the support there and they're going to go back to the right hand side into midfield again. Defensively, Burnside have been very strong so far.
Yeah, it's something Wayne works on, drills into the girls. Most boring part of rugby training, but definitely one of the most important.
Certainly is, but there is a breakdown on that right-hand side with Gitcheru. She's dragged into touch, I think. So Burnside will have another line out, and then we tidy in the last one and setting up the driving maul. No outstanding height in either side though, really, is there? They're pretty even as far as the packs go.
Yeah, no, there's not a great deal of height, correct?
So Brighton will look to midfield and again they can restart and reshift, and she attacks that line and makes the half break. Then she'll have to go to ground. Longstaff Junior making that tackle.
Kaylee, yep.
I like that they're both wearing the retro shirt. So Brighton will turn it over in midfield and they'll look out onto this left-hand side again. Smith making good yardage and a half tackle on Nathan. Nathan is one of those that you have to shut down.
Correct early.
Stolen by Smith. Sure, she won't mind me saying she's one of the more experienced players in women's rugby.
Correct. Not just age.
No halfback there, but they managed to sort it out, and Smith will then find Helbig in midfield, and she'll take a couple and grab another couple of metres. Smith again will look out to the left-hand side. First tackle is a good one, but now they managed to get it out, and the dangerous Meredith will shift it, and now they have got space out there on that left-hand side. She's going to put her foot down. Good covering tackle. Wasn't held, so she could get up and go again, and she'll find Meredith again, I think, over on that left-hand side. She's just bundled out into touch in front of the marquee. It's a Burnside corner, I think we called that last year. That's where most of the Burnside fans will sit.
Yeah, that's our side of the pitch.
Good cut-out ball from Meredith, and winger set off down that left-hand side. Wasn't held, so could offload again, but just bundled into touch. So Brighton will have a line out very, very close to their own goal line. So Brighton will go, and they've gone off the top. It's going to come out early. Nathan will put it on the boot and just look to clear. Hasn't made touch though. So after a long run, she's going to have to go again. Has support on the inside, but she decides to take on Nathan. Nathan does well. And then will make her own ruck work and just step through. Again, we've gone out into touch. Is that Mr. O'Callaghan over there assisting?
Assisting, is that what we call?
Assistant referee. There's Declan O'Callaghan. Very active member of Burnside Rugby Club.
Yes, yes. If you don't know, he will tell you.
Meredith again, no luck pass, but it's got there eventually. Interesting challenge in midfield. She kind of fell off that tackle, but he'll go again.
That's young Kate Hines. She turned 18 last Saturday night, and all the girls went out.
Will have been a big night out, I would imagine.
Plenty of Snapchats from the girls. That's Lita. Her husband will be playing later on this afternoon. He'll probably start in twos.
Again, they look out to that left-hand side, and Smith will look again, and again find Meredith, who's causing all sorts of problems for this Brighton midfield. This isn't the way Brighton will want this game to go.
Yeah, she's having a blinder. Good start to the game.
And they are making inroads into this Brighton side. And Meredith has been incredibly dangerous in that midfield.
She has.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's an absolutely wonderful afternoon. You are watching. There is no where you are. A little knock on now. I think they will cross the line, but there's a knock on. So another scrum. I think it's Brighton's way, this one. What are your thoughts on the scrum so far?
Look, like we're used to being pretty dominant in them, and we're just fairly fair at the moment. I think winning our own balls. That's Miller. Turned 16 2 weeks ago, so this is her third game. We had to get her dispensated to play finals, so hopefully that goes through. She's been training with us all year though, so she was ready to go. So
next week you'll play all collegians in first round of the finals.
Correct, yes.
So they're pretty much cemented in as well.
Correct. Well, I believe they've beaten them. They're playing Woodville now at the moment on the bottom pitch.
Woodville on
the top pitch. Correct. Sorry, yeah.
Woodville Division 1 reserves are playing Brighton on the other pitch, and
Burnside.
There's a penalty there. Sorry, Burnside. There's a penalty there, and Smith will go quickly. She was kind of half held, but not enough for anything to carry on. But I think he's seen it. Yes, he said not 10, so they will go again.
Chippy's very sneaky with the quick tap. She does love it.
She was half held by a Brighton player. Helbig will kick into touch. That's a good leg from... we shouldn't be surprised that forwards can kick. I've had this conversation before. Kicking is a technique and it's practice. And
yeah. Back in my day, Wayne banned me from kicking. Didn't stop me from kicking though, but did ban me. The old chip and chase. I just forgot to chase many of the times.
Yeah, you do have to keep going. Burnside are threatening again. Just held short. I think they've gone quickly again, but no, Mr. Sanford's not going to be happy at that. They do tap again. It looks like a little knock on there, and that will relieve the pressure for Brighton a little bit. And
I think that's where sometimes the girls' knowledge of the game, like sometimes if you haven't got the quick tap, it's not on, just resettle and start again.
well, that's where you want the likes of Smith to really start taking control.
Yeah.
So it'll be a Brighton scrum again. Last one they kicked off the back. Brighton's put in. And it looks like Burnside have stolen one. So that scrum dominance you were talking about has come into effect now, and they've picked and they've gone left. I think, like you were saying, this is the time for level heads. Another little pop out the tackle. A little bit upright. She's got to work to get to ground. She does eventually. Big counter ruck from Longstaff though, and it's a pick up there, and Chippy. She'll go over. And that's
Chippy again.
Smith will get the second one. So we were talking before, that scrum dominance has led to that try.
Yeah. So it was good to see. We've had a few injuries in the front row this year, so we've sort of keep mixing it up a bit, but they did well that one.
She did well to fight to ground, and Longstaff very, very nearly made that counter up, but Smith had a head on, and that's what we were talking about, that experience.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about with the experience.
And she went well low, so.
Over she goes.
Marianne hasn't played all season. She's just come into the last half.
She's been doing. I think she played in the last game we saw her as well.
I don't think she did, Dave.
Didn't she not?
No, I don't think she did. No.
Maybe.
No, I can tell you she wasn't because I heard her yelling on the sideline.
That's how you know.
So yes.
But she's another one who's very, very experienced, been involved in rugby, both codes of rugby for a long, long time.
Correct. I think league has her heart though, but there's no competition for the girls, so Union gets her.
I know she's involved in the. She's certainly involved in the management side of the women's rugby league state stuff, and I'm not sure what club she's.
Bulldogs, I believe.
Bulldogs, she with?
Yep.
So Burnside 12-0 up. Did they get the?
No.
They missed the conversion, so 12-0 up. So Nathan will restart, drive it long and into the 22. And again, Mila will carry out. She's got through some work on that left-hand wing. Again, they'll just settle down into midfield. Helbig will lay that back, and Smith again will send it out into midfield. It's a good battle between the two fly halves at the moment.
Yeah. Fair bit of experience. Bit of a no-look pass.
She very nearly shook her out of her way out of that tackle. That's, just held on to by her ankle.
That's Anna Helbig. That's Laura's sister. So you did speak last time of her. She's got the scholarship to go to the US. US, is it? For softball.
There's a penalty in midfield now, and we get to see Helbig again. Swing that cultured right foot.
Yeah, it's a fair kick.
Does she play football at all?
No.
It's a nice kick, but she's lost some yardage. We don't want it to go out. There it goes eventually. It's the first time we've seen a penalty go backwards.
Yeah. Well, tactics, Dave. You don't know them all.
I'm sure that's something that she'll be reminded of at some point tonight.
I dare say that's a fine at Kangaroo Court.
It's definitely, it's enshrined now forever on the internet. Enshrined forever on Facebook.
Correct, yeah. This is the wrong time of the end of the season to...
Yeah, burning, strong burn into the memory.
Correct.
So we've talked about another scrummage, and again, Burnside can settle into it. We've talked about the growth of the women's game, and obviously Brighton, their first year in the competition for a while. I think they had a team a long time ago.
They did. I did play against them.
But 5 teams at the moment.
Correct. Yeah. So it's good. We were looking at 4 at the start of the year with Onkers pulling out, but 5. I played when we had 3 sides, so that was a bit monotonous.
I know that the Roma Sevens is really starting to land now, and we can see the work that they're putting in. I follow them on Facebook and Twitter and all of that, and they're out at 6 o'clock in the morning before they go to school or work or whatever it is they're doing, and training hard. Yeah,
they are. We've got a few girls in the squad at Burnside, so...
That's a big contact, a big challenge in midfield. They managed to work it out though. We just start to see them, because the girls are doing it day in, day out, those basics are starting to come now.
Yeah, correct. It's encouraging to see, being involved in rugby for the last 20 odd years, how it's come along.
Meredith versus Nathan, and Nathan will just pick her pocket. But offside, so a penalty.
Yeah, we find Bree does tend to be offside a bit. She is quite quick, but sometimes can't be that quick.
She plays on the edge. So Smith will just tap. Helbig with a short ball.
Close to being forward there.
Very close, but Mr. Sanford's happy with it. And again, they'll come out to the left. Vincent just shifts it on, and that's a nice little line. But again, good defensive work from the 10. And apologies, I can't give her a name. That's a nice line back through. And again, running at the fly half, Megan to do that work. She's just thrown it though, and that's a turned over. Brighton can get there, and Longstaff with a short ball, and she'll just look to hold it up and offload. She does. Again, that Burnside defence has been incredibly impressive today.
Yeah, Wayne does work them hard on that. Chippy pick up.
And they'll go out to the left-hand side again. Oh, that's Meredith. Is that Meredith? No, that's
that
Hines
Kate,
in the number 13.
Yeah.
Again, they work out to that left-hand side, and they'll just come short onto the right. Longstaff.
Well stopped.
It's running into a wall somewhat, really. I think there was a couple of Brighton players there, but Longstaff was certainly involved and just shut the door. Should be another scrum out on that left-hand side.
We love to scrum, Dave.
It's, you certainly do. There's been a fair few of them today. These days like these, though, as a back, you don't mind the scrummages so much today.
Wouldn't know.
When it's nice and dry like this, you don't mind it. It's when it's wet and raining and 75% of the game is a scrummage. That's when it starts to grate a little bit.
Wouldn't know, Dave.
Never been a back?
Look, I have spent some time out there. I don't know if I was meant to be out there.
Another messy scrum. I think Brighton are finally going to come away with it. Burnside have put a huge amount of pressure on that scrummage. Bree Nathan's hit hard and driven backwards. bit scrappy around there, but it's come eventually. Leah Phillips is the 10 for Brighton, I've just remembered. But Phillips will clear that down. And Leslie will have to work all the way back. Helbig's back with her in support. Nice to see from the wingers, setting up that back three. Does well to keep her feet long enough to get her support. There is a jackal there for Brighton. I think she might have stolen it, and she has.
Stole it back.
A little bit isolated, but it's been stolen back, and Helbig will now put the foot down and take a couple to bring her down. Very strong runner, Laura Helbig.
She is, yeah. As soon as she learns to run low, it'll be better. Oh, sit down.
Oh.
Oh.
That's something we don't see very often from the ladies.
Yeah. That's Lita. She's a heart on her sleeve.
Normally
Shall
we're all very gentlemanly, and all very nice and nice to each other. It's not very often we see that.
Yeah, a bit of white line fever, just
Well, we like to see it.
Bit of aggression.
Get the blood up on a Saturday afternoon.
Well, gets
what we're here for.
The crowd like it.
Normally we're all very friendly and cordial.
I feel she was just returning the ball, Dave. I don't know.
Yeah, a little harder than normal.
Oh, well,
I'm all for it.
I don't think it says how to return the ball, Dave. It just.
And they get the penalty as well, so.
So obviously something happened that fired her up.
We love it. What better way to spend your Saturday afternoon?
Let's hope this kick from Laura's a little.
Want it a bit further forward than the last one.
5 metres would be good.
Into touch in front of her would be nice.
She is kicking into this slight breeze though, Dave.
Well, that's very true. Don't know whether it's enough to get her off in kangaroo court, mind.
No.
Let's see whether she can regather herself.
There we go.
See, if it was up to me, though, I would have tapped it and let Lita have a go.
Get her back on it.
Just get her straight back in it.
Get her run back at Kaylee,
Chuck
I
her
think
right
it was.
back in the fray.
Yeah. It'd be good to see what she does with the next ball she gets.
Well, she'll be chomping at the bit for it. Which Longstaff was it? Was it the younger one?
Kaylee, yeah.
The younger one.
Yeah.
So Helbig with the put in.
Oh, gone long.
Back. Having that back option is good.
Yeah, we have a few jumpers, which is handy for us. A lot of the girls don't tend to go to the back.
Now the ball is going forward, and it's still going. This is where, and that's a collapse, and Mr. Stanford should have hold of it, but no, they got away with it. Should be a penalty. Little run around and a half gap and a go, and off she goes. She's just dragged down short again. It's not held, so she can keep going. Support gets there, and Smith will just snipe again, I think, for a second of the day. And Smith will get try number 2 for her for the day. A little bit slow getting up, though.
She's old. She has little moments. She'll play on, though.
Oh, she'll be fine.
Good run by the number 10, Rebecca Randall. We picked her up 2 years ago. She's a very good touch player.
She runs very nice lines. She's controlling that midfield, which is very good. Which is good. And like I said, that battle she's having with Leah Phillips at the moment for the 2 first fives, that's certainly shaping up to be a good one. We approach the half hour. 35-minute halves, obviously, for the women.
Yeah.
And no time on, so once we hit 35, that'll be pretty much it done.
Yeah, when I was playing, I used to go for 30 minutes. That was always my vote.
Just for the whole day?
Yeah.
This is exactly what Wayne Vincent will want to see. Now, we start to get into that question now, was who's half-time going to be better for? Because does it disrupt the momentum for Burnside?
I think it will somewhat, but as long as the girls can keep their head. That's the thing about the Burnside team. The girls are really young. You take Chippy out of the equation, and we're averaging, I think, 20 years old. We've got a few 16-year-olds, some 18-year-olds. So that's just a big part of the game, the psychological break that they can't always overcome.
Kick is on its way, and no good. So we will say 17-0. But certainly Nigel Phillips, who's coaching the Brighton women's team, he'll want them. He'll want to get hold of them. They've got to get Brie Nathan in the game and give Burnside their due. They've shut her down completely.
Yeah, well, I think I feel Bree's wasted at halfback. But that's, my personal
Well, she's
opinion.
at 12 at the moment.
I thought she's at half.
No, the halfback is the young lady who runs the 400.
Maybe I'll just keep my mouth shut then.
Name escapes me.
The young, okay, yes,
16.
sorry, my apologies, yes.
First year of rugby. Very, very quick. So they've got Brie at 12 at the moment.
Correct, yeah, that's right.
Maybe move her out a little bit into 13. Good restart.
Here we go, see what happens
Rita
here.
will look for a long staff. Also runs a little bit upright. Again, they'll go with the first ball into the middle. But the other long staff was there and I think has turned it over. She has turned it over. So now they'll look out to the right and they'll try and give Nathan a little bit of space. But again, as soon as she gets the ball, she's greeted by, it's a collective noun for rabbits, a pack of bunnies.
It's with the collective nouns, asking me to think I'm a forward, Dave.
And there is Nathan again, offside. But the penalty was for not releasing. But again, Nathan just skating thin ice on that offside line.
She's a boundary pusher.
So Helbig did a lot better with the last one. That one she pushes them about 10 metres further down. We're into the last 5 minutes. Your thoughts on this first half so far?
Very pleasing, Dave. The girls have been playing well. They're playing as a team, going well. There's a few things that you'd always obviously pick up on, but I don't know why we keep throwing a 4, but we'll go again.
I'll let you go at half time. You can go and shout at Reno if you want.
We went 2 then, so.
Go and shout at Vinny. Inside ball from Randall.
That's Portia that took that up.
Again, that counter ruck from Brighton. The counter ruck has caused you a few problems.
Yeah, we're just getting slow. We're getting there. We're just not being effective in the supporting our own team.
Meredith will just put her head down and take on Nathan, and again Nathan looks to try and pick the pocket.
They've got her pegged now.
Another penalty. Discipline for Brighton's causing them a little bit of an issue. I think Nigel Phillips will want to get him in and talk about that discipline. Oh, Smith flirted with the interception, just managed to get it over the top. Brighton again will work down that left-hand side. Something that they've done a lot today. Worked on the left-hand side. I don't know whether they've identified a weakness, but again, they're working short down there, and Smith now will look to open up. Lita will take on some of the Brighton forwards. Longstaff Senior is there, and again making it messy. Oh.
That's not offside.
I wonder whether the entry was right there, but Mr. Sanford's happy with it. That's what Longstaff gives, is just that power around the ruck.
Yeah.
Lita again will put her hand up, and Lita versus Longstaff. And a young lady who needs to work on her body position, I think, into contact.
That's Portia again.
Oh, and there's two broken tackles, and over she'll go. And she'll got the ball down, and that's a good start. And I think that's your 4-try bonus point.
Yeah, yep. That's Portia Bradley. She's her brothers play juniors and has come out and given it a go.
Tackles just fell off a little bit. I mean, you're making Brighton do the work.
Yeah, it's we're as soon as we're committing them for those first 1 or 2 tackles, it seems to be opens up pretty nicely for us. So we're capitalising on it.
Well, you're certainly putting the marker down. How have you gone against Old Coles this year?
Haven't lost to Old Coles, so yeah, it should be come next week. It should be. I'm saying that we lost to them last year in the same final. So.
Well, this is it. I was talking to people beforehand, and really, we just chuck the form book out next week, don't we?
Yeah, different game.
Completely different game. So, we've had the season as this finishes, and it looks at the moment like Souths are going to end up minor premiers.
Yeah.
You would say for
you're welcome, Souths.
Brighton to get up now. It's a test, but it can be done. Certainly can be done.
Definitely can. Like even last time we played Souths, the girls are vast improved against them. Like we've had some big losses against South, but we've last time we came against them, it was fairly close.
So
So definitely.
As things stand, as we go to half time, as things stand, we will have Brighton playing Souths next week, and you will be playing Old Coals in the first round, and obviously that top one is a double chance between Brighton and Souths.
Correct, yep.
And then you will play,
Yep.
the winner of Old Coals and Burnside will then play the loser of Brighton and Souths. Neither one is a prospect at the moment. That being said, you've put a marker down today.
Yeah.
So far in the first half, you've really come out and started to look.
Yeah, well, the girls, we played Brighton last week, so we've played them twice in a row now. And the Brighton girls had Eva. Eva scored 7 of their tries. So, she's a quality player, and they've definitely missed her today.
She's likely to be back.
Yeah, she's back for the first week.
Yeah.
Away for the second week, I think, for the Sevens girls.
So they'll want to try and get on that double. They'll try to win that so they get that rest.
Correct. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, see how that pans out. But
so we will take a short break. We'll take a very, very short break. We'll be back with you. Please stay with us. We'll keep pictures of this, but we just need to take a very short break, and we'll be right back with you. This live stream brought to you by Rugby Union South Australia and powered by Spacequake Sports. And we are back for the second half. Burnside taking out the first half 22 points to 0. That's a very, very good start for them. And Smith will restart us. She'll drive it deep. Oh, that's the first restart of the day for Burnside,
Correct.
which is
yeah.
always nice.
A little bit different for us.
So Brighton will look to the left-hand side. I think it's us. I had a shower this morning. I wonder whether they're just trying to avoid me.
Yes, Dave, it's all about you.
A very early penalty though, and now we have gone quick. Don't think we were 10, so the arm comes out again, so they'll have another bite. So we're free rugby at the moment, and she'll work her way to the right-hand side. We've come back for the knock 10. So Helbig will look to drive them into the corner. And that's a good kick. That's kind of made up for the...
Yeah, well...
Has it?
Yeah,
has it done enough?
Nah, definitely not.
But they'll have a line out 5 metres out, and they're driving more off the back of off the top of the line out. It's been impressive so far.
Yeah, it has been.
So that's what they'll want to do again.
See if we might do a sneaky little move to the front though. This close.
If it ain't broke.
That's not how the girls work. Just waiting for a ball, I believe.
If it ain't broke, try something different.
Yeah. But good opportunity for the girls to try some new stuff.
The ball is on its way. Mr.
Old
Sanford.
skills. Old skills, hey?
Sanford's showing his skills there.
Not always a ref.
No. And changing the... so Smith will throw in now. And they have gone to 2 and they lose it. Oh, just a bit of a wild kick and it's gone straight into the arms of Meredith. Meredith against Nathan's been a bit of a battle as well today. Now they look out to this left-hand side. First one goes over the top and just slows everyone down. Support gets there eventually. Good counter ruck though from Brighton. Smith will pick it up and then just back into it. All a bit scrappy again. Tends to get scrappy when we get near the line.
Yeah, I think the girls get a little nervous.
They'll look out to that right-hand side. Just tried to get to grab, but Longstaff Senior denied that request. Managed to fight away down there eventually, and now they'll go out to that right-hand side. Randall will throw it out onto the right-hand side, and unfortunately it just goes to ground. So changing assistant over on that far side. Declan O'Callaghan's been given the hook.
Yeah, well, fair.
He walks dejectedly towards halfway. Brian Bennett, I think, is the referee over on this on the far side, the assistant referee. And we have a Brighton youngster over on this near side. So it looks like they're going to go with the old-fashioned underhand throw here from Longstaff.
Yeah. Bit old school.
That is very old school, but it works.
Not even a lift, that old school.
It works. They got the ball back, and they got a penalty out of it. Time machine. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, didn't make the touch though. Can Burnside make them pay? First tackle is made. Support is there. The wonderful Jane from Brighton has just saved me and gone and got me my team sheet for the Brighton girls. So Lauren Payne was the halfback we were talking about.
Old Loza, hey?
Yeah.
Or young Loza.
Nathan will put it on the boot. That's good hands from Miller. Who stayed over that side. That's definitely
you. Yeah, nothing to do with me all day.
Nothing to do with you. Stay away from that
It's all
one.
you.
Possibly something to do with the court restrictions. the restraining
Your words,
order.
Dave. Your words, Dave.
Must
Which one?
be-
Or is there a few out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most of them, that's why they have to play it
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there. They can't come over
Is that
this
because most
side.
of our girls are under 16, or
Oh,
is it an age thing, or a?
No, it's not an age thing. It's
Okay,
just a me.
checking. Yeah. Good chat, Dave. Good chat.
Out of the mouths of babes. So Longstaff again. Is she going to go the underhand again?
No doubt.
Looks like it. And it works again. Go into the middle. That's Jessica Hines wearing the 7. Again, the kick hasn't found touch, and Burnside can counter-attack. Trying to get out the outside of Nathan, which is a task.
Yes.
Brought down eventually by Fry.
Oh, offside. Oh, sorry. No.
Refereeing from here, are we?
Well, it's the first opportunity we had to look at the game, Dave, and
Yeah, it's the first time they come over this side, but Nathan will kick to touch. They've had a couple of goes at kicking to touch and missed a couple. Nathan will tap. Give it to Kaylee Longstaff. Takes on Smith, who, with the assistance of Vincent, manages to stop. But now she's got a little bit of space. Oh, and Helbig did enough, and she's just gone forward. So they'll play that advantage, and as oncoming, so Burnside will have that scrum. She was very, very close to getting a little bit of space there, Payne.
Correct. Would have been dangerous. There wasn't much home.
Yeah, Laura Helbig managing to just hold on to the shirt.
Caprice has joined the team after a little stint in the canteen this morning.
On the left-hand wing here in
Yes,
front
we've
of
had
us.
looks like we've had a couple of changes. The front row's changed as well, I believe. I think Lita's come off, and we've got Riley on.
Probably sent Lita just to cool down a little bit.
Maybe.
Good solid scrum again. Smith will pick and look and then go into midfield.
Oh, my apologies. Riley went to second row. Lita's still on. That's
She's still
exciting.
there. Meredith was dealt with. Advantage for knock-on, none coming, and Brighton will have the put-in. The Burnside crowd got excited for nothing.
Correct. Happens a lot. And everyone gets left disappointed, Dave.
So another scrummage this time to Brighton. And Burnside have dominated in the first half on the scrum. See whether they get to go forward again. And again, they've stolen another one against the head, and that one will come out to Smith. Flat-footed now, but they look for that inside ball to Smith, and Smith will take on Nathan. And again, they've managed to snaffle it. Another Longstaff causing problems at the ruck. Nathan looking for a little bit of space, didn't have any. Burnside defensively again, working very, very hard. Eventually they'll get it to ground. Looks like they look out to that left-hand side to Longstaff. Longstaff will take on a couple in midfield and just drag a couple with her. And you look out left to the other Longstaff, who reverses the field. Nathan, now there's a step and a little bit of space for her, and she's managed to get away with one. Good covering tackle though. A little bit messy, but they got there eventually, and she'll just pick and go onto that right-hand side, but it's been stolen by Randall. Randall will lay it back. Helbig in midfield. Takes on Nathan and Longstaff. Now they're going to shift out to that left-hand side, and there's a big collision in midfield as well. Certainly been involved in a couple as Lita.
She loves the contact.
Another big collision out there on that left-hand side, and there's a hand-up out there on the left-hand side. They've got numbers, and they had a mismatch. They just couldn't get it out there quick enough. And Smith will go quick again. Look to get out the outside. She'll put it on the boot. Again, not 10. I wonder how many he's going to let him get away with before he goes to the pocket.
Yeah, it's a bit of a discipline issue there.
But it's probably been every single tap penalty that they've had. There's been somebody within that 10. So I'm going to say this before she kicks. I'm going to nail my colours to the mast here. She's kicked very, very well today from hand.
Yeah.
But none of that matters because it's all going to be stained by that one.
That's a very good kick. Yeah, yes.
That's a lovely kick. But we have to say she's kicked very, very well all day.
She has. 90% of the time.
Well, it's probably 99% of the time. It was a complete and utter aberration.
10 kicks, 90%.
So Smith, who has taken over the line-out throwing duties,
She has. Looks like
does
she's,
it all.
Oh, she's the ultimate utility player. And she'll run at halfback here and receive it at halfback.
Almost like sevens. She's done well eventually, but now we stepped in with another one. Randall will take on Phillips and do well. Just shakes through. Oh, it's gone all the way back to where they started from, and Randall will try and get out the outside of Nathan, which is a task. Again, they've turned it over at the ruck. You'd say that's something that Mr. Vincent will want to work on through the week?
Yeah, it's
just getting isolated a little bit.
Yeah, but they're just not being effective in the in holding their own.
Oh. Yeah, it's not going to get away with that one. So offside. Looks like Brighton are going to go. Oh, Longstaff off the bootlaces.
She'll feel that in the hamstrings tomorrow.
Certainly won't be happy with young Payne. Now they're going to pick on that right-hand side.
Young Sophie McClure. Sevens, one of the sevens girls.
Still going over there. Better support, but again the counter ruck from Brighton is big and strong, but you just got to drive over it. You can't put your hands on it. It's always so tempting though, once you get there and you see that ball on the floor, you want to pick it up.
I think that's probably the opposite of our girls. We sort of, you've got to get there and stand over it, but they don't know what to do. See a loose ball and that's not what we're meant to do.
Getting a little bit isolated and then not putting enough in there. I think you'll look at it over the next couple of weeks and you'll see that you need to lift that.
Definitely.
Helbig again, faultless with that right boot.
Yeah, well,
I'm happy to talk her up when she does good things. So they will have a lineup. Looks at about on the 22. Oh, it's a bit messy though. Is that Smith has done well and dropped on it? I think it is. Smith put her body on the line, but again, Brighton causing all sorts of problems at the ruck, and Brighton will then get a penalty. Not rolling away. And again, it's Marianne Longstaff who's there. She's caused all sorts of problems at that ruck. Obviously a purveyor of the dark arts.
She probably should have stayed retired, Marianne.
Again, the kick just rather aimless, and Brighton can go again.
Burnside, that's all right.
That's the one. It's too many B's. That's better. Now you can pick and go, which he does. Needs the support. Support comes eventually. Again, another pick onto that left-hand side, and the support is there again. Nathan working hard at the side of that, and very, very close to getting through, but another Longstaff shut the door. Should call them the bouncers. They just won't let anybody pass, will they?
The bouncers. Not reference to their Kiwi heritage, is it? No?
No.
No, right, no.
Like door staff.
Yeah.
Can guarantee though, if there's problems at the ruck, it's going to be one of the Longstaffs. And there is a huge challenge inside. Push them back. That's where you want your counter ruck to come, but Burnside have done well.
And Sophie McClure again.
It's grabbed by the shorts, I think, there. And not let her go. Again, scrappy at the breakdown. Ball's popped out and Smith has to tidy it up. Again, just being driven back a little bit. Finally got it, and now they're going to look out to this left-hand side. Little show and go, and she managed to get a half break through, but Phillips has done well. Again, Nathan flirting with offside again, but got away with that one, and now she'll jackal and turn it over.
You call it flirting, Dave?
Now they'll go to midfield. Defensively, both sides have been absolutely outstanding today.
Oh, there's a bit of a ruckus.
Well, we certainly don't see this at all. This is our first real bit of biff, to be honest.
Yeah.
And, it's coming a girls' game.
Yeah.
And it's still going.
Just,
I haven't seen any punches thrown, so I think everyone's going to stay on.
Just a little melee.
Just a little bit. We'll settle down. I think we've organised now and we've worked out where we're going for drinks, post-game drinks. That's all that was. A little conversation about that.
Boat race after the game, ladies.
It'll finish it all off. As soon as the whistle goes, it'll be over
It'll
anyway.
Be fun,
but
yes.
Nice to see a bit of passion.
Yeah, it's good.
Certainly a lot of feeling. Smith giving instructions to Helbig as to what she's going to say to Mr. Stanford.
Yeah, she gets quite excited. Chippy, former captain, Laura's taken over this year. Let's give her a bit of a chance. Well off the ball though.
Yeah.
I was watching the ball, not the. Can't wait for that replay. See what happened.
It's nice to see. I don't think we have a replay. So I'll watch it back later.
Oh, we will.
And there's a penalty. No cards. Now is the time where you tap and just let them go.
Yeah. Just let the aggression flow.
Yeah. Look,
no one home for Brighton.
Staff wants a bit. They all want a bit.
There's no one home though.
That Lita there is. She wants to look at. They all want a bar of it, and here comes Lita. Oh, and dropped it backwards, but it's gone backwards. There we go. All right. And we are looking over to that right-hand side. Again, Longstaff just starting to cause problems, and it's enough again to.
I feel like I'm going to have to teach Marianne what a gate is, though. But
well, yes, I will give you that. There has been sometimes where the entry has been questionable. Longstaff having a chat with Mr.
Yeah, she does enjoy a chat. I was just about to say, oh, he's back for more. Just no.
No, just a little exclamation point on what she was saying.
Yep. Hope you've got the sunscreen, Dave, on the noggin.
On the old noggin. No, I haven't, unfortunately.
Well.
Oh no, I did. I put some on this morning, but I don't know whether it's going to last all day.
Apply to reapply, Dave.
That's probably it. What is it? Slip, slap, slap, seek and slide.
Something like that.
Helbig again. Makes touch. I'm actually looking forward to finding out what all that was about.
Yeah, yeah. It was off the ball. Like I saw a couple of.
And I think there was some family instincts kicking in. I think
young
Priest Vincent was involved somewhere.
And
then Beck Vincent came in like.
Correct, protective.
The mother.
Mother, yeah, of the cub. And police. She'd know some moves too. Young Melvinator, we call her, Rebecca Vincent.
One of South Australia's finest.
Yes, yes. Oh.
The lineup goes straight to Brighton. Brighton can look to rebuild again. Phillips driven backwards somewhat, but has got a half gap. And if she'd managed to find the offload, there would have been issues for Nathan. And now they have got out there. Now they can get out to that winger. And Gitcheru will look to straighten, and she breaks 2 tackles. Now we'll look for the corner. She's got outside support, and she's going to work her way out into that right-hand corner. And Brighton will get their try. And that try will come through Tace Fry and over on that right-hand wing. So Brighton have fought back. And they'll get their first try of the game.
Yeah, good pants up, Brighton. Well done. It was a good play. And the backs there just had the caught Burnside girls napping somewhat.
The first time that they've really managed to get outside, and they found a little bit of space, and they finally got there eventually. There's talk about bend not break, and that's the first time that Burnside have broken.
Yep. Yes. What are we?
22-5.
Yeah, I was just seeing how long we're. Yep. 50 minutes into the game.
So Leah Phillips will kick at goal. From this right-hand side. So about 7 metres in from touch. What was interesting though is that Brie Nathan was running the short line. You think that probably took a little bit of the defence away?
Correct. She did have 2 on her, I think, and Bromwell Meredith just overran the defence a little and created a small gap, and they took advantage of it.
Phillips shielding her eyes from the sun because that sun is starting to drop. And the kick is no good, so we will stay at 22 points to 5. And Smith, as well as being halfback and putting the ball into the lineup, will also take this restart.
Yeah, she's always had a decent boot on her. She kicks all our conversions. Laura's picking up a bit of the slack, Laura Helbig, but Chippy's the go-to lady.
So Smith will restart us. 19 minutes to go. It's a good restart. Longstaff will pick it up. She'll put her head down and take a couple to stop her. She's still got her feet. Now she'll manage to get to ground. Been knocked on, I think.
It's called at their feet.
Scrum down to Brighton.
We must have stolen in there somewhere.
So a scrum down there, and Burnside again causing an issue. Well, there's a penalty for driving upwards. Not sure who that would be. I think that's Chelsea McPherson over on that far side. Discipline, I think, from a Brighton point of view, needs working on. I mean, just to say, because I was about to say, Helbig gets another chance to move them forward, and she's had so many kicks out of hand today because Brighton have been so badly disciplined.
Yeah, correct. It has been not suggesting anything, but a few of them are coming from the Onkers girls. Not suggesting anything at all. And they also had a thing, and it's a fitness thing. Like Marianne's only played half a season, so her game fitness won't be at peak, I would say.
But she's certainly caused some problems around that rock. And certainly going into finals. I mean,
defensively, hasn't missed a beat.
Wonder whether she's got dispensation to play finals though.
I would have thought that she would have played before by now.
Oh, and there is Nathan against Meredith, and that's been a good battle in the midfield as well, but the offload is good. Good challenge in there. There's a little bit of space out on this left-hand side, but Brighton managed to cover it. Now we will go left, and
Leslie.
Fullback Leslie will shake a couple. She's a little bit isolated, so needs to keep her feet. She does keep her feet. And Brighton can restart. Brie Nathan's yelling instructions from midfield. There are numbers on the right-hand side if they can get out there and see it and use it. Smith will look, and Helbig will probably just straighten and go, and she beats one. Halfway gets through the next one. Numbers are still there if they go, and they go early. They have a 3-on-1 if they can use it, and they just step back inside. Now they will pick and look to the left, and there is the space, and that is a hat-trick for Smith.
Yeah, blinder of a game.
Drinks on Smith tonight.
She's not a big drinker.
Well, she doesn't have to drink them to buy them.
She might have a couple today, though.
And welcome back. We've had issues with some internet usage over here. The internet's just not strong enough for us, but we are back with you. Do not fear, though. We have recorded everything. and the whole game will be put up later on. We will sort that out for you as we see Smith happily dot it down under the posts. She'll give herself a chance to tack on the extras.
Yeah, yeah. They're a strong boat.
This is not how Brighton will have wanted today to go.
Yeah, I think with the news of they've had some key players out. So not only Eva, but her sister TK is also out. She has caught the female-only disease of pregnancy. I hope I haven't spoiled that. I don't know if that's
congratulations.
I'm not sure if that's common knowledge.
It's not common knowledge. It is now. Congratulations.
So well done. Yeah. So it affects women in all sports.
Well, famously, Emma Yates missed out on most of the season being pregnant.
Yeah, came back for finals.
Her daughter came back for finals and then lifted the...
She actually came back 5 weeks after and played nationals.
Yeah, incredible recovery rates, to be honest.
I was a chief babysitter.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could push out a human and then play 5 weeks later. I don't think I could manage that.
I don't think you could push out a human at all, Dave.
Probably
just quietly. But feel free to give it a chance.
I was there for the birth of both my children, and it's not something I want to go through. That's good enough for me. So Nathan will restart. It's a good take.
Yeah, it's Portia Bradley.
Again, they make it to about halfway. Now they've got to be a little bit cleaner at that breakdown. Smith will send it out to the left-hand side. Little fend, looked for the offload, then decided against it. Smith is there. Now that's definitely side entry. That's young Jessie Hines, though. Jess Hines. Another little bit of afters between Smith and Nathan.
Oh, I think they've been playing against each other for a long time now.
I'm
just going to put some things together. I think Jessie Hines and Kate Hines are cousins. One from Brighton, one from Burnside.
Helbig will push them to...
We'll get to see a line out, Dave.
We will. We'll get to see the technique right in front of us.
Just 4 men in this line out here for
It's a shortened line out.
Oh, got it one. They dropped out, yeah?
Yeah. Numbers are there. So you have an option at 2 and 3, essentially. It's a nice little line-up move, and unfortunately it's been dropped forward. So
Sophie's hands.
Brighton will have the put-in. It's not a bad thing, though, because you have been quite dominant with the scrum, so not necessarily.
On this short side flank for Burnside is Kiara Curtis, her first game at flanker. She's usually our number 15.
I like her boots.
You said boots, didn't you?
I said boots.
Just double checking, it was a T.
Don't get me in trouble. Now they're going to look out to this left-hand side, and now she'll get a half a break. Now we get to see her pace, and she's off and running for that right-hand corner. Is she going to get there first? Covering tackle won't get there, and over she will go. And that's the first time that Lauren Payne has had open field in front of her, and so she shows what she can do.
Yeah, lovely try. Have good bit of pace there from her. I can't see why she's a sprinter. Dave, I think, had I been playing though, I think I definitely would have...
You would have run her down?
Definitely would have chased her down with my speed. But yeah, Leslie had good cover, just didn't quite get there.
Couldn't quite get there, but
yeah.
You can see when she gets in open field, you can see that running style of hers. You can see that she's 400 metres for me is the hardest race. Like, it's a sprint. It's a 400-metre sprint.
Yeah.
For me, it's a middle distance race. I have to have a water break halfway around.
I usually need a nap on the couch, Dave, at about the 50-metre mark, and then just give up. But
very impressive at a 400-metre time of 59.6. So certainly got some gas, that young lady. And it's the first time she's had an open field. And She took it.
Yeah, it was a good little play. Go blind.
Too young for the sevens this year. Didn't get involved in the Roma sevens this year, but next year she'll probably be knocking on the door.
Nice kick by Bree.
And Nathan will tack on the extras as we get into the final 10 minutes of this one. 29 points to 10. Now, do we start worrying about the Rally Monkey somewhat? It's only a couple more tries.
Yeah, Burnside have taken the foot off the pedal a little bit.
They have, and we talked about them being able to maintain that level that they've had throughout the game.
Yeah, so it's it's a full game. You can't just stop when you're in front. So that's something the girls are, to be honest, in like previous years haven't had a lot to deal with being in front for the whole game. So it's all learning for the young girls.
So Smith will start us and send us back, and Longstaff again will pluck it out of the air, and she's got a head of steam now, and she'll take on Vincent and another one.
Surely there's someone else you could kick at.
It's always the way though, you always seem to find the dangerous targets. Don't do it on purpose. It's a bit messy down at that bottom of that ruck, and Longstaff Jr. has managed to clean it up, and she's got Smith basically working as a backpack on her. Payne will look out to the side, and Phillips will show and go, and then look at a half break, and another one. Just offload to Nathan, and Nathan will get them out, and Gitchery was thereabouts, and now they've got it out there again onto this right-hand wing. Ball is just dropped, and Vincent will clean it up. Pick into Nathan, and Nathan again, strong defensively, and now Lita will take a couple with her. Brighton players slow to move out the way, and that allows the counter ruck again. Nathan flirting with the side entry. Another big challenge in midfield. Helbig into midfield, and she'll look at Phillips. I think she's just bounced on the outside, and off she goes.
Loves the
run.
run.
She sits the winger down. Ball's gone to ground though. Still a Burnside ball, and they are working down that right-hand side. Brighton make a desperate challenge, and I think there's a little knock on by Helbig, who give her a due would further shift in that one.
Bit of general knowledge here. Laura's nickname is RJ, after the famous Rocky Jr. So she's named after me. Just put myself there as famous, but we'll run with that. I did have one of the girls say she might be Rocky Jr., but she can run a bit better than you. I said, well, she's 21 now. I'm sure I was at that pace when I was 21, Dave. You'd believe me, wouldn't you?
Of course I do. You're one of South Australia's finest.
Fair reach.
One of the best rugby players Burnside has ever produced.
Couple of drinks at the bar, Dave, and I'll let you know. I actually started out at Woodville, played my first 3 years at Woodville, and then the team folded, and 4 of us came up here.
Now, of course, Woodville ladies are back. Had a difficult year this year, but they'll be around
numbers-wise,
again
they've had a bit of a, but it doesn't look like they're going anywhere.
I know I was going to say one of the things about women's rugby is just the seriety that it is. You all get on.
Yeah. Well, organising.
Despite what we've seen today.
Yeah. That's on the pitch. It's on the pitch stuff.
Phillips again will look for a half gap.
Yeah, well, I'm organising an over 30s trip to Vic for the Vic Masters in November, and so we've got girls from Souths, and Kath Connor from Woodville's coming, and Burnside girls. So yeah, we all go away.
So Mr. Sanford saying that was a maul and it didn't get to ground, so we'll have a scrum to Burnside in about 40 metres out. 6 minutes to go, so it looks like they're going to dodge the comeback.
Yeah. They've
always on though. It only takes a second to score a try.
Dropped their head a bit this half, but the girls will learn from that, hopefully.
Oh, a little bit of messing around at the front row as well. Good old front row arguments, we like that.
Oh, I was a front row from way back, so...
not like the good old days where they used to come up swinging, though.
I hooked for a fair bit as well, and one of the advice I got was make sure you get the first headbutt in. So... well, that
was back in the day when we didn't... It wasn't as controlled, was it?
Yeah, well, you know...
I like the new scrum engagement. I think it's exactly what rugby needs, and it's taken away those neck injuries, but
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
certainly the good old days where you had a run up at each other.
Yeah. Yes.
So we take 2. Rumble in Burnside, round 2. Off we go again. Lot better behaved that time, and again Burnside has settled, and
Oh,
she knows something we don't.
oh, apparently she does.
Well, that is
Oh,
it.
there you go.
So there we go, full time. Burnside's winning this one, 29 points to 12, and spoiling the party somewhat. Brighton will still finish second, and we'll have the double chance final. Burnside will finish third, and they'll take on Old Coles next week up at Elizabeth. Brighton will take on Souths in the double chance final. Your final thoughts?
It's a good game. Fair bit of passion in that game. I haven't seen for a while, so that was good. The girls will have learned a lot. Our Burnside girls would have learned a lot from that. So
Trying to shake hands and
yeah, they're
kind of being given the cold shoulder.
a little bit.
She's,
Yeah, they'll come back. It's just they're just having a little moment, but
yeah, it's interesting, but might just keep an eye just for the next little bit.
I've created the tunnel, so
I've made a
yeah, we're all
tunnel, so Brighton seem a little bit
hesitant to
hesitant to go through the tunnel. This is
right game.
when Bree Nathan shows the class, and she'll lead them through. So
That's a little bit awkward there for a little bit there, Dave.
did. Weird game, weird second half. Really.
Yeah, it was.
Brighton won the second half, but it's got to win both of them, and Brighton didn't make a tunnel. Just wandered off.
Yeah.
Interesting
Yeah,
end
well,
to the,
you know, that's
very interesting end to the game, but we shall pass no judgment,
cool.
and certainly that's we'll set it up if you meet them in the finals, won't it?
Yeah. So hopefully second week we'll get them.
That'll be and I can't wait for that. We will be down and enjoying that. But thank you very much for joining us. Apologies for the internet issues. The full game will be up and available later for you from myself, Dave Webb, and I was wonderfully assisted by Catherine Rocky Armfield. It's been an absolutely wonderful day. Don't forget, we will be back for the A grade. There will be a game in between, and we'll be back with you. This stream has been brought to you by Rugby Union South Australia and powered by Space Quake Sports. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll speak to you.